Hi you guys, hello. Welcome to Carol's Daily Sauce. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell so that you're reminded of all the videos that I upload. And happy day, happy day. You guys, California is hot, smoldering, ridiculous. I didn't unplug this thing or took it out of my ear. But anyway, y'all see I got a whole new look. I put my braids back in. I'm going to be doing some traveling. And so I know y'all are like, what? But yeah, doing some traveling. So this is an easy way in which I can travel. These braids are Kinky Twist by Raku. They are a Raku braids. I'll put all the information in the description box, okay? And this is actually two different colors. I believe this is a 1B with like a 27, and then there is one with a 1B and a 30. So this is what we're working with. Also, these little cute earrings right here I got. These are from Wish, and I got these. These were like an add-on for like $2, and they're supposed to be quote unquote weight loss earrings. I just got them because I like them. Let me take these out so y'all can see. See, they have the cute little blinged out ball. Do they help you lose weight? I don't know. That wasn't my purpose in purchasing them. My purpose in purchasing them is because I love hoops, and I like these little ones. I think they look very cute and very soft. So we're going to go ahead and get started on this video. This video that I'm talking about on today is quite interesting, and I find it interesting. Hopefully you guys will too. What happened is there was a young lady by the name, Lord, please forgive me if I mispronounce her name, by the name of Risikat. Risikat, R-I-S-I-K-A-T. And Risikat is from a village in Africa, born with baby blue eyes. She is a brown complected young lady, looks to be about in her late 20s, early 30s, and the mother of two beautiful children. Looking to be about 4 years old for the oldest daughter, and the younger daughter, I believe, is probably about 11 or 12 months. Risikat was born with blue eyes. Over time, as she grew up, she ended up having a lot of issues. Not physical issues, not issues with her eyes per se, because of any other reason other than stares, people at the school doing things such as pulling her parents into the house or into the schoolhouse, asking questions, ridiculing them. Risikat was ridiculed. It was just so much going on in her life simply because of the fact that she had blue eyes. Then, in addition to all that, testing, the doctors used to reach out to her and want to run tests on her. They loved her eyes. And I think there was a fascination because of the fact that she, Risikat, had blue eyes, and she was a black woman in a black village in Africa. Now, we all know that there are different nationalities in Africa. However, the continent of Africa is inundated, processed with all of us in many different shades. From shades all the way from cappuccino on up to onyx, midnight black, however you want to say it. So when Risikat was coming up, she just had a lot of situations. A lot of things were done to her unfairly. She was treated differently because of her eyes. Y'all, she has beautiful eyes. I will insert a picture. She overcame that. She overcame her eyes and the ridicule that people brung her. But she never questioned God. She looked at her eyes as being a gift from God. She was tested to see if she was blind. She was tested to see if her parents had manipulated something to make her eyes turn out like that. Because I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but over in those countries and things, you can manipulate things where you can get blue eyes or hazel eyes or whatever. But it wasn't done in Risikat's situation. In her situation, she just was born that way. Ironically, no one in her family actually has the blue eyes. So it kind of created a lot of problems for her parents. It created a lot of problems for her specifically in school. And I believe she had to end up stop going to school because there was so much going on. Having been born with eyes that are technically, or most of the time, those held by those that are Caucasian. Now, not all the time, not all the time. There are other nationalities where you can have absolutely positively piercing, beautiful blue eyes. I actually know someone who has the most beautiful eyes in the shade of blue that I have ever seen. So as a little girl, she was paid for the testing and the studies. In the African community, as I said, where Risikat was raised, born and raised, people are actually praised for their eye color. They're actually praised for their skin complexions because it represents status, foolery. Her eyes are piercing, yet they are very, very, very beautiful. No one in her family has those eyes, and so people were kind of questioning. Thank God her parents never questioned each other. Yet she still offers no apology for the color of her eyes. As I said earlier, Risikat believes it is. Parents repetitively took her to the hospital to have eye tests done because they were compensated. Although Risikat never had issues with her eyes, people would always tell her, take care of your eyes, as if she would end up going to bed one day and then waking up blind because her eyes were blue. She continues to thank God in everything that she does for her eyes, and as a result ended up marrying a African. And when she married the African, and I want to say Nigeria is where they're from, she ended up marrying a black man, and they were married. They had 2 children, and the 2 girls that they have ended up getting the same eye color as Risikat for the husband, because the husband eventually abandoned Risikat and her daughters. That's sad. That's very, very sad, because when you married her knowing that she had blue eyes. But because there's so much heat and there's so much ridicule, your love wasn't strong enough to get through that. That's pretty sad. Risikat's parents were very firm in her upbringing in stating that they had not abused their daughter, because there were all kinds of gossip going around where the hospital would have to intervene and let the authorities know that Risikat's parents didn't do anything to manipulate the color of her eyes. The doctors would call her into the hospital to run the tests on her, and it's so crazy. They loved her eyes, and that's understandable. She's a dark-skinned woman, not very dark, but dark to the point of where, I mean, you see people all over the internet with dark skin and blue eyes, but they're few and far between. I personally think they're just special people, and God just wants certain people not to, you know, just think about it. If we all looked the same way, it would be a problem. If you walked around and there were 10 of you, 10 people walking around in your city, in your country, in your state, and everybody looked the same, there would be no individuality. Her eyes are gorgeous. Like I said, I'm going to include some pictures of she and her daughters. I will be doing a follow-up video because her husband has a rebuttal, and I don't know the truth about the rebuttal. I know in looking at the video that Risikat actually did, she had a lot of people who spoke on behalf of her, and a lot of the people who spoke on behalf of her further indicated that yes, her husband did in fact leave her and her children because of their blue eyes. Not only did he leave her and her children, abandon them, he moved out. He stopped talking to her. He stopped taking care of her and the children and left them pretty much for dead. They had no other way to make ends meet. The little kids definitely can't make ends meet. They're not old enough. And Risikat is still taking care of children. So how could she do it? All this because the color of her eyes. He abandoned her and her 2 children. Now, so we don't make this video too long and repetitive, I just want to give my thoughts on this. My thoughts on this is God knows the plans that he has for each and every one of us. He knows how much hair he wants us to have on our head. He knows how much he wants us to weigh. He knows everything about us. Okay, y'all? And when you look at yourself or when you look at situations, okay, I had to get that hair out of my face. So when you look at yourself and you look at situations that are going on with your body, whether it be weight gain, whether you want to weigh 110 pounds opposed to 210 pounds, or if you want hazel brown eyes other than black eyes, or whatever the case may be, just know that God made you and he had intentions. He had intentions and plans for you. Whatever your weight is, whatever the color of your eyes are, be grateful for what it is that you have. I really, really, really loved what Risikat had to say, because what Risikat said was, this is a blessing from God. Even though she lost her husband, even though we don't know all of the ins and outs of their relationship or what went on, because you never know what goes on in a relationship if you're not in it. I don't care what you heard. I don't care what you've been told. It doesn't matter. If you're not in the relationship, you don't know what goes on. You don't know what goes on in a relationship unless you are talking to those 2 persons that are in the relationship. So I just find it really, really sad that she is now a single parent of 2 daughters, absolutely beautiful daughters, because of the color of her eyes. If that is not the most senseless thing that I've heard in a long time, I don't know what is. With that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead and put your thoughts in the description box, or in the comment section. I'm sorry. Go ahead and put your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know what types of things that you'd like to see. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll talk to y'all soon.